Safe to say now that Barbara Keane will not be the mother of Barbara Gordon?
Not unless she somehow drugs him and takes advantage of him. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's true. Actually, don't give the writers any ideas. Yes, I don't think. It's safe to say I don't think Jim and Barbara will have the sort of, they won't have the procreative future that they do in the mythology. We're going to change that up a little bit.
I mean, he had a reluctant friendship with Penguin in season 1, but if Barbara goes full on that'll be the closest person to him who has completely gone off the rails. How would he deal with her as a villain if she goes down that path completely?
He will deal with her gingerly, with great care. Yeah, you're right. She's the closest person who's gone full bad guy, full bonkers. And that doesn't go away. She doesn't get less crazy as we open season 2. And sure enough, their paths, of course, keep crossing. Jim has to figure out throughout the series how to deal with different bad guys differently, depending on sort of the nature of the threat. And with her, he is less concerned with her sort of, physical strength or anything like that, and much more concerned with when she is that personally invested in destroying him specifically, and knows him better than anyone, what is she willing to do to get what she wants? Having a psycho ex-girlfriend is a little scary.
His relationship with Oswald is been part of the engine that drives the show. Season 2, the game has changed, so get into what the dynamics going to be doing.
Yeah, we addressed that immediately in the first episode back, and there's a deal that's struck between the two of them that will immediately shift Gordon to what I think is kind of the next chapter of his evolution, which is now that he sees the way the game is played, he is going to do things that are bad. He'll find himself in situations and he'll have to do what he has to do to get out of them, and they're not. It's a rougher, darker, version of this character, a guy really grappling with compromises that come with getting power, how you achieve power, how you hold on to power, how you dispense power, and at the core of that is his relationship with Oswald.
Who can Jim kind of trust going into season 2?
Who can he trust?
If anyone.
Good question. He can trust Harvey still. Harvey. The good thing about Harvey is irascible as he is, he's very honest. At least with Jim, he doesn't tend to hide things. Tompkins is obviously an ally, a very close ally, and increasingly in season 2, Bruce and Alfred once again. They were on the outs before, but they've realized, each of them individually, I would say, has realized the value in the other two, and they're forming, in a sense, a bit of a team. Sean likes to refer to as Operation Good Guys, but it is a little bit of that kind of there are the good guys and the bad guys at this point, and the good guys have to stick together because they're outnumbered.
Jim has cautioned Bruce, obviously, about the path that he's going down, and now with the introduction of this cave and room and learning more about what he's doing, how much is Jim going to be aware of everything that Bruce and Alfred are doing?
I don't know that he's going to be aware of it until later in the season when we want him to be. The idea is for Bruce to have, I believe, his own trajectory, his own maturation sort of process, some of which is connected to Jim and Jim's tutorship, and some of which is not. And the more Jim is unaware of certain aspects of that, the more conflict we can kind of create between the two of them. Bruce has to eventually become his own man, and Jim has to fight his own battles on the force.
Did you lobby for a second season mustache?
I feel like we've got to get to season 6 and 7.
Okay. Here's the headline. No
this is just me being
mustache to
lazy.
Gotham.